Hey guys, this is Killrob speaking, and today we are starting our Let's Play of Grim Dawn Ashes of Malmouth. And yes, we had a little poll going asking, what should I play? And the answer was, with 74 votes in total over all of the options, so not that many of you voted, you bastards. The Summoner won, a pure Summoner build. A viable, hopefully, Summoner build, because in Grim Dawn, they have actually managed to make summoners viable. That is a very rare occurrence in ARPGs, I have to say. And no bullshit, oh, all of a sudden bosses are better against minions, but not against you. Like, bullshit. That is not part of Grim Dawn, so you actually can make viable summoner builds. That's pretty cool. So that was 38% of the votes at its current 74 votes standing. Next up was the Sniper, the Elemental Sniper build. Then with 22%, just 1% behind there, the Melee Necromancer Commander. And then at 18%, the two-handed AoE melee character. Yeah, it's looking like I chose some decent builds to choose from. And, we shall see how that goes. But first, let's create a character. And he shall be called Venarius. And we are a veteran of this genre. Otherwise, it's a little too easy. We don't want that. Our build, hopefully, is so strong that it will be reasonably easy, which will give me time to explain the mechanics and so on. It's not that it's so different, and especially if you have played Titan Quest, a lot of things are just intuitive. But of course, there are a few new things in there. And we can go into that in a bit of depth. So, create this character, and by no means the usual disclaimers, but especially for this game, I have not played much Grim Dawn before. So I've played it through with one character, and playing through, I mean, I completed normal difficulty and got like halfway through the second one, which I don't even know the name. Elite! Yes, it's Elite. And I played the normal difficulty on Veteran. So I think I have a basic grasp of the game. I have a general good grasp of ARPGs, so it should work out. Okay, we accept this. We are playing the main campaign, indeed. And now, let's start the game with a summoner. He doesn't look like a summoner. Alright, let's get into it.
What are you?
Destroy this vessel, and I will find another.
Captain!
Cut him down!
And so it begins. Yes, you had been possessed by an ethereal, and the spirit has escaped while you were almost dying. Yeah, I will not, apart from this very beautiful setting up of the scene, go into any story details, and we will just be skipping through for the most part. I'm more focused about the game mechanics themselves rather than the story. I want you, if you decide to play Grim Dawn, yourself experience the story, so, and all the nuances. It's pretty well done. It is definitely a bit more nuanced and interesting than Diablo, the Diablo franchise, I have to say. Not quite as beautiful cutscenes as Diablo 3, for instance, which are just amazing. Well, Blizzard quality, right? But yeah, so here we are just going to get the first few quests. We're not allowed in the stronghold just yet. Open the door! Nope, we're not allowed in there. But we can buy things for our zero coins we have. And, of course, no, that doesn't work. Every single character starts out blank, like you see here. Completely black. And we have our normal character screen. We have blank character starting attributes. Everyone starts off the same here. And there is a lot of data for you to go through if you want to. And, yeah, so hardcore players, definitely, that is something you will love. There are loads of different damage types and various effects, as you can see, 10 different ones. The standard ones you know from Diablo, and then also piercing, bleeding, and vitality damage, ether damage, stun resistance, and chaos is another damage type. Alright, and here we go. So, oh, thank you very much. Almost missed that. Let's turn the loot filter to just common and plus. That is very handy to have the loot filter right here. So it automatically just shows you loot that is of that rarity or higher. But also crafting materials, obviously. You don't want to miss those. Alright, let's kill some zombies. We should... The Walking Dead... The Walking Dead are infringing on my copyrights. Let's see. And that is, I'm saying that because we are going to play a Necromancer first thing. I have the copyright on creating skeletons now. So, go away. Down there in the below the yellow bar, you can see. Oh my god, we are dealing so little damage. Is our experience bar, and that is filling up really quickly at start. So yeah, we will soon have our very first level up and become the Necromancer. The map is accessible just like in Titan Quest, and yeah, I don't even have to click anything here. Level up, level 2. Okay, so you can move it around, you can zoom. It shows you various. Yeah, it's just a normal auto map, basically a mini map. Very, very handy. Unfortunately, you can't. I don't think you can't place notes, which is a shame, which I really would love to see in this game, because there are various secret locations which you don't really easily get to in the start. Like you tumble in there and all of a sudden you're surrounded by enemies that are like 10 levels higher than you, and you're like, oh fuck, maybe I take that area on a little bit later, and then you forget where it was. So that's kind of stupid. Would be cool to mark it on the map instead. But yeah, now let's quickly do our first level up, and we start out. We can take a look at what we are actually doing here. What is my plan? What have I planned for the proper summoner? We are doing a Cabalist, and that is the combination between the Occultist and the Necromancer. We start out with the Necromancer because the summoning skill Raise Skeletons is pretty potent at the start, and it's easy to gets you going. And the let's see if we put something in here. So now we have level 1 Necromancer. This down here is the level of the class itself, and you need a certain level of the class in order to put in skill points. They are the same points used for the skills as well as leveling up the class, and you need to put in a whole 50 in order to unlock the super skills back here. And we are not going to do that for the Necromancer, actually, even though this one is amazingly powerful. It is amazingly powerful, but we are going to go undo all points, undo class. We are going to do this for the Occultist. So now let me go through here what is roughly the plan for now. So we are going down the Raise Skeleton line, and this one adds to the summon limit of the skeletons and makes them quicker to recharge so that we can keep them up. And yeah, this skill basically makes them stronger and attack harder. And then we have this one, which adds more vitality damage, which is one of the damage types they do. Very powerful, because no normal armor can save you from this. So that's all good. And then the highest one we are getting to here is this one, Call of the Grave. Look at these stats. Already at level 1, we have 10-second duration, and it gives you a 28% bonus to all damage of all pets, not only our skeletons. So this is going to be really good. Also, plus vitality damage, plus crit damage, and plus poison damage, and lots of health regen. So this will be our power button, which we are going to activate from time to time when we are encountering bigger packs, to just chew through them. And this is basically something that requires you to have as many minions as possible, because then the overall effect in DPS will be the largest, right? And another one we will be going for, but not really investing heavily into, is the Blight Fiend. And we can also take the Rotting Fumes. So it generates a little bit more threat level. It will have a decent amount of health and survivability once we have the general level up here, and yeah, it scales pretty well as far as I've seen so far. And other than that, we are not going to focus on anything in here. I deliberated if we maybe want to go for the Unstable Anomaly. That amps this one up. This is one of the skill changes. Like, these crystal types are changing the skill inherently. And this one allows us to summon 3 of them, but they only last for, well, what does it say, 8 seconds each. And I don't want to get into a situation of Diablo 3 summon, what was it, a skeletal mage or something, where you just have to spam them all the time. That's ridiculous and not fun. So no, we're not going down this route, but rather just have this. But the Blight Fiend itself is not our major focus. The skeletons are, because they deal the vitality damage, which is something that I'm going to focus on more. So we undo the class here again, and now I show you how we deal with the Occultist. So this is the second class we're going to choose a little bit later. We don't even want to choose it straight away, because there's, maybe because of familiar. That's just nice to have, especially if you get it to level 5. It becomes the healer of the pack, basically. It's working well as kind of just another creature to throw into the mix. It will be reasonably sturdy as well. And then our main thing we're going for will be the Summon Hellhound. We're going down this chain. There's some really powerful things in here, like area of effect damage, and more chaos and fire damage, and lots of plus 15 meters radius. The aura, yes, exactly. That is pretty awesome, because this one extends to nearby allies. So even my skeletons will start dealing fire damage and be boosted by all these burn and chaos damage bonuses, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So then for this class, we are actually going all out to level 50 eventually. That takes a while, of course. But as you can see here, we get the Infernal Breath. That's another good damage source, especially if you level up some fire damage for this class, which we will be doing. And then comes the kicker while we are going there, which is really cool. Let me just check. Must be toggled. This is just for you, though. So the ultimate ability here, not really something we want. But this one is amazing. Bonds of Bismuth. That one just gives so much survivability to all pets, and then it gives it a lot of damage bonus and total speed bonus, and these creatures are fast by default already, so this will be carnage once we get there. Okay, so just a very, very few points into Familiar, a main focus into Summon Hellhound, a main focus into Bonds of Bismuth and the Manipulation, and the other stuff is all on the Necromancer. But, stop! No, Carob! There's one more thing. This looks amazing as well. Blood of Dreeg. And, basically a healing skill that doesn't have too much cooldown. It has 30-second duration, so you basically can have it always on, which affects all your minions, all your allies. Gives them a massive amount of healing capacity, some acid damage, and whenever you trigger it, it instantly restores health of the minions too. And acid retaliation. Oh, that's pretty cool. So basically thorns but in acid. Sounds good to me. And this one, yes, look at it. It gives our skellies additional vitality damage. Oh, wait a second. Vitality damage and more acid damage, more physical resistance, and poison and acid resistance. Sounds beautiful to me. So, Blood of Dreeg, a little bit unfamiliar, Bonds of Bismil, and summon Hellhound. And in the Necromancer, we are going to get 1 here, because we are trying to activate some skills. Yes, I'm getting to that very soon. So these 2, but primarily skeletons, and we're going to start with that. A little bit of Blight Fiend, and then Call of the Grave to really bolster our minions. And that's all. Yes. And why do I want to choose these 2? Reaping Strike and Necrotic Edge. Well, they are not special attacks. They trigger on normal standard attacks. They are all the round skills are triggering whenever you attack, or whenever they say they trigger. And in this instance, it is just on attack. So yeah, why do we need those? The answer is the Devotion Tree. Got to show you this beauty. So these are all the constellations we have to choose from to focus. And I have worked out a path that works out pretty well for a summoner, I think. No, keep in mind, I'm no expert by no means. So what we are going to do is currently, well, we have 0 points. We need to restore some shrines. We get those points. The maximum number of points you can get is 55. And let me check my list. What we are going to do is that I have 3 packs here, which seem very potent. And the first pack I'm going to go for is the Raven down here, which requires 1 of these Eldritch points. Okay, so 1 Eldritch point. That means we have to go crossroads here, and then take a look at what I've planned here. Bonus damage to all pets, 15% flat. Awesome. Okay, starts out well. This is the first one. Then we have this, doesn't really matter. And then this one over here, plus 5% offensive ability to all pets. And this one has 6 lightning damage and plus 60% lightning damage to all pets. So that sounds pretty awesome. Yeah, so that's the first one. Then we can unlock the Jackal. Let's see, the Jackal is this one. For this we need this crossroads point first, plus 5 to health. That is only for us though. And then, where does it start here? Doesn't matter. Plus 5% attack speed to all pets. This one is just my speed. And then plus 3 to health in all pets. And then comes the big one. So I've chosen these because they are relevant. But nice little bonuses. But now comes the important one. We can then, with these points, as you can see, affinity requirements. 4 points in, what is it called? Chaos. Right, in Chaos, and 6 points in Eldritch. And once we have both the Raven and the Jackal, we can unlock this one. And this one has plus 30% damage to all pets, plus 8% total speed for all pets, plus 20% vitality resistance for all pets, and another plus 40% damage bonus to all pets, plus 8% health. And then we are here. We have, let's see, this is Bismail's command. 20% chance to activate this skill on attack. And this can be locked into one of my like auto skills that are the like Necrotic Edge, that one that automatically activates. So whenever it activates, it actually summons an Eldritch Hound. And well, that sounds pretty awesome, doesn't it? That should trigger quite a lot. Well, if we just attack. So basically you will have another minion up with this one. That doesn't sound too bad to me. But before I bore you too much with details of how we would continue beyond that, yeah, I think this is a sound plan, and eventually we are going to travel further, like down here and stuff, which will be amazing. But for now, this is enough, and now we finally do our level up. Okay, that took a while. Lots of babbling, but important build babble. So we should call it that from now on, build babble. And we raise the skeletons. Do we want to put another point in there, maybe? 7 to 9 damage, plus 4 vitality damage, 10 to 13. Yeah, let's make it strong, so because we're not going to be at front lines much. Let's just put it in there. This is all good. Now we can raise skeletons here, and 3 of them! Yay! Look, they are fast! They're fast and they are following you. Like, they don't wander all over the place. Look! Look, doesn't this look beautiful? They actually do what they're supposed to. So, let's test them out. Whoa! And they charge them! Bam! Yeah, that's a lot faster than me hitting something with my little club. Or shiv, or whatever I have. Bam! He got fucked. And they are pretty smart, as you can see. And they try to stay close. So it's not a frustrating slog like in Diablo 2, where your summons tend to do everything but what you want. Look at that! Super efficient! Charge my minions! Bam! Yes! Yes, kill them all! Stinky bastards. And do we have anything here? No. That's a little... Yeah, what I... complaint here is that this thing, for instance, I couldn't... I just spotted by accident, more or less. They have this little blink from time to time, but I can't highlight with Alt, like I'm pressing now. I can't highlight containers and shit, but only items that are on the ground. And enemies attacking enemies, that's a thing, because these belong to factions, and the factions have rivalries. And you can also become a rival of a faction, which means that they will spawn more enemies when they hate you more. So that's... and stronger enemies. So you can become like the slayer of all kinds of... Oh, what is it? Is this a secret? Is this potentially a little secret here? Can we get through? Okay, no, it wasn't. No. Let's continue on. Almost the next level up already. There we have it. Alright, while you guys charge the enemies, let's make you even stronger, don't you think? Or maybe 1 point. Yeah, like this. 2 points in here. We want to get forward. We want to get to more skeletons. And we do want to have more stats. As you can see here, so far level 3 has given us 12 physique, 6 cunning, and 12 spirit, and bonus health and energy. Oh, and look at that! With ours leveling up the skeletons, we get better skeletons as well. Now we have a crossbow skeleton and 2 melee fighters. From time to time you find some lore, like this, and you don't have to read it, but you have to read it in order to get some bonus experience. And that's always welcome, of course. Francis' gun and Francis' note. Okay, so my plan is, of course, not to stand... What are you doing? Okay, you are a little stupid. Okay. Behind the stove. The dead... Oh, hiding behind the stove. So my plan for triggering our skills is, of course, not to stand at the front line and get slaughtered and die a horrible death, but rather I'm going to stand back and shoot at them with a gun. And we have decent range as well, as you can see. Oh, there's some dead guys appearing. Later on we will deal basically 0 damage with this. This is not a Necromancer weapon. But it helps us open crates as well, like this. We don't have to run there. It's pretty neat. And these single-handed guns are firing really fast too. So we should be able to trigger our skills reasonably often. Oh, there's our first boss enemy. Let's try to focus him down. Oh, well, he did the same. He thought the same. He was focusing down our skellies really quick. Ouch. Alright, we got him. So every boss enemy drops like a little sphere, like they did in Titan Quest. And when you hit it, it explodes with loot. And this is, of course, very nice. Also, we got another level up. Neat. This is going quickly. So another 3 skill points. And we want to go into... let's go 1. And do we need anything else here? Nah, not really. Alright, let's put another one in here. Oh, look. Free range. Everyone's ranged. Barrage! Bam! No chance. Alright. Give me all the lore. I need all the lore. I like reading lore. Because experience. Another somewhat relevant factor with the... oh, there's some marked rock. Another important factor here, somewhat important, is that having a gun or ranged weapon in general allows me to open barricaded doors from a distance so that I don't have to open it in melee and then some horrible enemy tries to rush me instantly and kills me with one hit. That would be bad. It would look bad. Look at them! Yes! Ah, oh, this is quite efficient. Oh, we found a survivor. Look at him. Where are you from? Blah blah blah. I can open the rift gate because that is something the ethereal left in me while I was dying. Okay. Open rift gate. Yes. So that just means that this character. Oh, come on, guys. Yes, shoot him. That this character, this NPC, will come to town, and they like things coming to town because they need more meat shields, I guess. Oh, there we have the first rift gate. So these rift gates allow you to fast travel. They're basically waypoints, and you can see everywhere there's this question mark thingy. That is where you have a rift gate, and this is the expansion stuff. Everything up here, and the old game is everything up to here, and all this line, whoop, all the way, whoop, all the way here. Yeah, that's where we are going to travel. But before we head back to town and call this first episode done, because we need to take a good rest after talking about builds so much, let me show you these crystals, because they are annoying. But not if you have an army of... Okay, yeah, they are usually a lot more annoying because they spawn enemies. And they give you ether crystals, which is beautiful. It's one of the crafting materials in this game. Damn, wow! It's just one volley. That's super powerful. And there's the level up. Whoop! There's a lot of trash spawning. Come on, guys. You need to go around the corner before you can hit them. Bam. Ha. Alright. So, yes. They decided to die. Okay, good. Oh, another level up. Another level up. What do we want here? More improved skellies? Always. And also maybe 1 point in this. And Undead Legion. Yeah, definitely powerful enough for right now. And I want to continue down this road until we are at level 20. And by that I mean character level, not character level 20, but rather Necromancer level 20. Class level 20, yes. Okay, now let's head back to town and see what we can do there, if we get a few more quests completed. Now we haven't done yet what we set out to do. We shall do that in the next episode. This would be better for damage per second, as you can see, but it's not really something we are into. This trash is not something of that kind either. But here we have our first example of a crafting material. These are working just the same way as in Titan Quest. So you're finding partial components, you're combining them until you have a full component, which then gives you some bonuses, and partially also randomized stuff on there. And you can socket these things onto all kinds of weapons, shields, and as you can see, this one can be used in all weapons, shields, and caster offhands. So very powerful stuff, and you want to be fully spec'd by about-ish character level 20-ish, so that all slots are filled. And you can salvage either the It's pretty standard nowadays, right? So you can salvage either the base item or the component you've put in there at a certain NPC for a price. So if you have something really powerful you put in there and you want to upgrade your weapon, no problem. You can always put these in, you pay a little fee, and you get it back out afterwards. That's pretty good. One thing I haven't done whatsoever so far is the character points you get. You can spend a few points here. With every level up you get 1 point, but that's not 1 point. You don't only put like 1 point into here. It's a little confusing, but like 1 counts as quite a lot. So if we put into physique 1 point, you get 93, so that was 9 points being put in there. It's quite powerful. So yeah, and we shall focus mostly on physique, so that we are not dying so much, and spirit. Because cunning itself is more like offensive ability, and we are not an offensive character. We make offensive jokes from time to time, but yeah, cunning doesn't really help us survive or deal damage. But physique helps us to survive. It's kind of important, and spirit also is quite important for your general pool of arcana or energy, and then also for having some skills are just taking part of your pool. So yeah, we do need a few points into spirit, but mainly I'm going to invest into physique. But I think this is a good starting place. We have set the scene for our build. You basically know what's going to happen. Necromancer start off, and lots of fun things with these as well. Will take a while to get to unlock the first few constellations, but it will definitely be worth it. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.